As we begin, I want to talk to you about something that often hides in plain sight on your breakfast plate: processed breakfast sausages. These little links may seem harmless, comforting even, but they carry hidden dangers, especially for seniors. While they are commonly marketed as a quick and tasty way to start the day, processed sausages can quietly contribute to serious health concerns that affect your muscles, your joints, and even your heart. Let's take a moment to look inside the body. When you eat a processed sausage, you're not just getting protein. You're also consuming a concentrated amount of sodium, saturated fat, preservatives like nitrates, and often chemical additives designed to enhance flavor and shelf life. For a younger body, these substances may be managed more easily, but for seniors whose metabolism slows down and who may already be managing blood pressure, kidney function, or heart conditions, this creates an unnecessary burden. High sodium intake, common in these sausages, can elevate blood pressure. Over time, this can damage blood vessels, limiting the flow of oxygen and nutrients to your leg muscles. That reduced circulation weakens your ability to maintain muscle mass and can increase your risk of fatigue, cramping, and even falls. The saturated fats present in processed meat also contribute to inflammation throughout the body. For aging muscles and joints, chronic inflammation means slower repair, increased stiffness, and greater discomfort during movement. Nitrates, while useful in preserving the color and shelf life of the sausage, may also impair mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are the little energy engines inside your muscle cells. When they don't work well, your muscles can't contract or recover properly. That's not something you feel immediately, but over time it can quietly wear away your strength. Now, I understand that food is emotional. There is comfort in the smell and sizzle of a familiar breakfast. So let me offer you a healthier, more nourishing alternative: gently sautéed tofu or tempeh with herbs and olive oil. It may sound unfamiliar at first, but when prepared with garlic, thyme, or rosemary, it provides a warm, savory flavor that feels just as satisfying. Unlike processed meat, tofu and tempeh are plant-based proteins that contain no cholesterol and are rich in essential amino acids, calcium, and magnesium. These nutrients support muscle repair, maintain bone strength, and even help reduce inflammation. They are also easier on the kidneys and contribute to a steadier energy level throughout your morning. Switching from processed sausage to a whole food alternative like this doesn't mean giving up on enjoyment. It simply means choosing something that loves you back. As your body ages, it asks for more kindness, less burden, more nourishment. By starting your day with a food that supports your muscles rather than quietly weakening them, you give yourself the best chance at maintaining strength, balance, and independence. Small choices like these, repeated over time, make a powerful difference. And it all begins with what's on your plate in the morning. Now, let's take a closer look at something many people add to their morning without much thought: flavored coffee creamers. These little additions may seem innocent, even enjoyable, with their sweet taste and creamy texture. But unfortunately, flavored creamers can pose hidden risks, especially for older adults. Understanding what's inside them and what happens once they're inside your body can help you make a wiser, more nourishing choice. Flavored coffee creamers are often made from a combination of hydrogenated oils, artificial sweeteners, synthetic flavorings, and thickeners. Many of them don't actually contain real cream or milk. Instead, they're a blend of chemicals designed to mimic the feel and flavor of traditional dairy. These ingredients may be stable on store shelves, but they are far from stable when it comes to your health. Hydrogenated oils are a source of trans fats, substances that can interfere with your cholesterol balance. Even when the label says zero trans fats, small amounts may still be present due to labeling loopholes. These fats are particularly harmful to seniors because they increase levels of LDL, or bad cholesterol and decrease HDL, the good cholesterol. Over time, this can narrow and stiffen the blood vessels, limiting blood flow to vital tissues, including your leg muscles. Less circulation means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching those muscles, making it harder to maintain strength and endurance. Many flavored creamers are also high in added sugars or artificial sweeteners. Added sugar can cause spikes in blood glucose, followed by sharp drops which leave you feeling tired and unsteady. For seniors with insulin sensitivity or early-stage diabetes, this roller coaster effect puts additional strain on the body's energy systems. Artificial sweeteners may seem like a better option, but some can disrupt your gut microbiome, the community of beneficial bacteria in your digestive system that helps regulate everything from inflammation to metabolism. A disrupted gut can silently influence muscle loss, fatigue, and even mood. Now, I want to be very clear. This is not about taking away your morning coffee or your enjoyment. This is about choosing a creamer that supports your health rather than working against it. A much better option is unsweetened almond milk or oat milk with a splash of vanilla extract or cinnamon. These alternatives are free from trans fats and artificial chemicals. They are also lower in sugar, and when fortified, they often include important nutrients like calcium and vitamin D, which help protect both your muscles and your bones. If you enjoy a richer taste, you might consider adding a small amount of real, full-fat milk or cream, used in moderation. This is still far safer than the artificial blends. Your body knows how to process real food. It recognizes the natural structure and works in harmony with it. Making this one small change in your morning routine can gently shift your body back toward balance. It may not feel dramatic at first, but over time it helps your muscles stay nourished, your blood vessels stay open, and your energy stay steady. Little by little, sip by sip, you're choosing strength. Let's now talk about a food that's often overlooked because it's considered convenient and even healthy by some: white bread. For many seniors, white bread has been a staple since childhood. It's soft, easy to chew, and quick to prepare. But when we look at it from a nutritional and medical perspective, white bread offers very little value to your body, especially as you age. In fact, it may actually accelerate muscle loss and weaken leg function over time. White bread is made from refined wheat flour, which has been stripped of its fiber, vitamins, and minerals during the milling process. What remains is primarily starch, a simple carbohydrate that quickly breaks down into sugar in the bloodstream. This rapid spike in blood glucose triggers a release of insulin, a hormone that helps move sugar into your cells. However, repeated surges in insulin over time can cause your cells to become less responsive, a condition known as insulin resistance. For seniors, insulin resistance is not just about diabetes. It also affects how efficiently your body builds and repairs muscle tissue. When insulin levels remain elevated or poorly controlled, the body begins to store more fat and loses its sensitivity to anabolic signals, the cues that tell your body to maintain or build muscle. That means every time your body should be repairing and strengthening your leg muscles, it may be struggling instead. In addition, the lack of fiber in white bread means it does very little to support your gut health. A healthy gut helps regulate inflammation, absorb nutrients, and maintain a steady supply of energy. Without it, fatigue, joint pain, and muscle weakness can creep in quietly. White bread also lacks essential amino acids, magnesium, and B vitamins, all of which play a role in nerve and muscle function. Seniors are already at increased risk of deficiency in these areas, which makes relying on a low-nutrient food like white bread even more problematic. Over time, choosing white bread regularly, especially in the morning when your body is waking up and setting its metabolic tone, can slow your physical progress and make it harder to stay steady on your feet. But the solution is simple, gentle, and practical. Instead of white bread, choose whole grain bread that lists whole wheat or another whole grain as the first ingredient. Even better if it contains seeds like flax or chia, which provide healthy fats and anti-inflammatory compounds. Whole grain breads digest more slowly, helping to keep blood sugar stable and provide a steady stream of energy. They also contain natural plant fibers that support a healthy digestive tract and better nutrient absorption. This helps your body get the raw materials it needs to keep your legs strong, your movements confident, and your energy consistent throughout the day. Choosing better bread may seem small, but it sends a powerful message to your body that you're still nourishing it, still protecting it, and still committed to moving forward with strength and grace. Let's take a moment now to focus on a very common food that many people enjoy with their breakfast: store-bought muffins. They may look harmless, even wholesome, especially when labeled as bran, blueberry, or low-fat. But the truth is, most commercially made muffins are far from a healthy choice, particularly for seniors. Beneath the appealing texture and sweet flavor lies a combination of ingredients that can quietly work against your strength, your stability, and your long-term health. Store-bought muffins are typically made with refined white flour, large amounts of sugar, unhealthy oils, and chemical preservatives. These ingredients are chosen not for your health, but to extend shelf life, enhance sweetness, and create a soft, cake-like texture. Unfortunately, this means you're often eating a food that acts more like a dessert than a nourishing breakfast. For older adults, this has deeper implications than you might expect. The first concern is the high sugar content. A single muffin can contain more added sugar than a serving of dessert. When consumed in the morning, this causes a rapid rise in blood sugar levels, followed by an equally rapid drop. These blood sugar swings can leave you feeling tired, irritable, and unsteady. For seniors, this also increases the risk of dizziness or fatigue-related falls. Over time, consistently high sugar intake contributes to insulin resistance, a condition that makes it harder for your body to build and maintain muscle, especially in your legs, which need constant support to stay strong and functional. Next, the refined flour in most muffins digests quickly, offering very little in terms of sustained energy. It lacks the fiber that helps keep your digestion steady and your blood sugar balanced. Without enough fiber, your gut health can suffer, and a poorly functioning digestive system can reduce your ability to absorb critical nutrients like magnesium, protein, and vitamin D that play essential roles in muscle maintenance, bone strength, and joint stability. The oils used in mass-produced muffins are also cause for concern. They are often hydrogenated or highly refined vegetable oils, which may promote low-grade inflammation throughout the body. For seniors dealing with arthritis, muscle soreness, or general stiffness, this can worsen discomfort and make it harder to stay active. Inflammation also interferes with recovery after physical activity, limiting the natural repair process your muscles need to stay strong and flexible. A much better choice is to prepare or choose a homemade style muffin made with whole grain flour, minimal natural sweeteners like mashed banana or applesauce, and healthy fats such as olive oil or ground flaxseed. You can even include chopped nuts or seeds for added protein and anti-inflammatory benefits. These ingredients offer steady energy, promote gut health, and help reduce inflammation, all while supporting the muscle systems that keep you walking, rising from a chair, and living independently. Replacing store-bought muffins with a healthier alternative doesn't mean giving up your morning comfort. It means honoring your body's changing needs and giving it the fuel it truly deserves, one peaceful morning at a time. Let's now take a closer look at a popular breakfast drink that may seem refreshing and even nutritious at first glance: store-bought orange juice. It's often seen as a symbol of health, bright and full of vitamin C. But for seniors, regularly starting the day with a glass of commercial orange juice may do more harm than good. While it's made from fruit, the way it's processed, packaged, and consumed changes how it behaves inside your body. Understanding this can help you make a wiser, more supportive choice for your morning routine. Most commercial orange juice, even when labeled as 100% juice, has been pasteurized and stored for long periods before reaching your table. During processing, the natural fibers from the orange are removed, and the juice is often stored in oxygen-deprived tanks for months. To restore the flavor, companies add flavor packs made from chemicals not listed on the label. The end result is a sugary liquid that lacks the fiber and full nutrient profile of a fresh orange. This matters especially as we age. When you drink orange juice without the fiber of the whole fruit, the natural sugars it contains, mainly fructose, are absorbed quickly into your bloodstream. This causes a rapid rise in blood sugar, followed by a drop that can leave you feeling sluggish or lightheaded. For seniors, these spikes and crashes can interfere with balance, concentration, and overall energy levels throughout the day. Over time, repeated glucose spikes can also strain insulin response, making it harder for your muscles to absorb the fuel they need to stay strong and functional. Additionally, the high sugar content in orange juice, often equal to or more than that of a soft drink, can contribute to chronic low-grade inflammation. This internal inflammation may not be something you feel immediately, but it quietly affects your joints, your muscles, and your recovery after physical activity. Inflammation also plays a role in conditions like arthritis, high blood pressure, and metabolic decline, all of which are more common with age. The acidity in orange juice can also be a concern. For those with sensitive stomachs, acid reflux, or weakened enamel, regular consumption may irritate the digestive tract or contribute to tooth erosion, making eating less comfortable and less effective for nutritional absorption. A more balanced alternative is to enjoy a whole orange alongside a glass of water or warm herbal tea. The whole orange gives you the fiber your body needs to slow down sugar absorption and support digestive health. It also provides flavonoids, antioxidants, and natural hydration in a gentler, more complete form. If you prefer a drinkable option, consider blending a whole orange with water and a few ice cubes to make a fresh citrus smoothie. This preserves the pulp and nutrients, supporting your muscles and energy more sustainably. By making this shift, you support steadier energy, better muscle function, and overall resilience. Small changes like replacing processed juice with real fruit are meaningful steps toward protecting your strength and independence one morning at a time. Let's now turn our attention to something many people reach for during breakfast without thinking twice: flavored instant oatmeal packets. They're quick, convenient, and often marketed as a heart-healthy choice. But while the base ingredient, oats, can indeed be nourishing, the flavored varieties that come in single-serve packets can be surprisingly harmful for seniors when consumed regularly. Understanding why these convenient options may be working against your long-term health can help you make a more supportive and empowering choice for your body each morning. Flavored instant oatmeal packets are typically made with highly processed oats, often referred to as quick oats or instant oats. These have been broken down during manufacturing to reduce cooking time, but this also causes them to lose much of their natural fiber structure. As a result, they are digested quickly and can cause a sharp rise in blood sugar. For seniors who may already be dealing with insulin sensitivity or fluctuations in energy, this rapid spike followed by a drop can create feelings of fatigue, shakiness, or a lack of focus later in the morning. In addition to the altered oat structure, these packets are often loaded with added sugars. Even flavors like maple and brown sugar or apple cinnamon can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. Over time, regularly consuming added sugars in the morning can increase systemic inflammation and contribute to the breakdown of muscle tissue. This is particularly important for leg muscles, which play a critical role in mobility and balance. Inflammation can interfere with muscle repair, reduce endurance, and worsen joint discomfort, making movement more difficult and less enjoyable. Moreover, many flavored oatmeals include artificial flavors, preservatives, and colorings to enhance taste and shelf life. These additives may not be immediately harmful in small amounts, but when consumed daily, they can disrupt the delicate balance of your digestive system. A healthy gut is essential for nutrient absorption and plays a central role in immune function, energy metabolism, and even mood regulation. When digestion is compromised, your muscles may not receive the amino acids and minerals they need to stay strong and responsive. But this doesn't mean you need to give up oatmeal entirely. In fact, plain rolled oats or steel-cut oats can be a deeply nourishing breakfast when prepared with intention. By cooking plain oats yourself and adding your own natural ingredients, like a handful of berries, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and a few chopped walnuts, you create a slow-digesting, fiber-rich meal that helps keep your blood sugar stable and your muscles energized. You can even stir in a spoonful of chia seeds or ground flax for additional omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation and support joint health. Choosing to move away from flavored instant oatmeal packets is a small yet powerful way to care for your aging body. By preparing real oats with simple, whole ingredients, you send a message to your muscles, your heart, and your mind that you are still nurturing strength one thoughtful morning at a time. Now, I'd like to talk with you about something that often seems like a simple pleasure in the morning. Breakfast pastries such as croissants, danishes, and toaster strudels. They're buttery, flaky, and often filled with sweet jams or creamy fillings. For many, these pastries bring back warm memories of family breakfasts or quiet moments with coffee. But when it comes to maintaining muscle health, especially in the legs, these pastries can pose real challenges for seniors. The effects are subtle at first, but over time, they can quietly undermine your energy, strength, and stability. Breakfast pastries are typically made with refined white flour, processed sugars, and large amounts of saturated fats, particularly from butter or shortening. These ingredients combine to create a food that digests quickly, floods the bloodstream with sugar, and offers very little in terms of fiber, protein, or lasting nourishment. For older adults, whose metabolism and insulin sensitivity may already be changing, this rapid glucose spike, followed by a crash, can feel like sudden fatigue, shakiness, or low mood. Over the long term, these patterns weaken your body's ability to regulate energy and repair tissue, two things that are crucial for maintaining healthy leg muscles and joint mobility. Another concern lies in the high saturated fat content found in most pastries. While some fat is important in the diet, the types found in commercial pastries often promote inflammation and contribute to a buildup of arterial plaque. This narrows the blood vessels, reducing circulation, especially to the extremities like your legs and feet. Less circulation means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching your muscles, making them more prone to weakness and slower to recover from even mild exertion. For seniors, this reduced blood flow can gradually lead to muscle atrophy, instability, and increased risk of falls. Additionally, the preservatives and artificial flavorings used to give these pastries their long shelf life may interfere with your gut health. An unhealthy gut makes it harder for your body to absorb key nutrients like magnesium, B vitamins, and protein, all of which are essential for muscle function. A sluggish digestive system also adds to the feeling of heaviness or bloating that can make physical movement more challenging and less appealing. But here's the comforting truth. You don't have to give up warm, satisfying breakfast. A wonderful alternative is a slice of toasted, sprouted grain bread topped with almond butter and fresh berries. Sprouted grains are easier to digest and contain more usable nutrients than refined flour. Almond butter provides healthy fats and plant-based protein to support muscle repair, and berries offer antioxidants that gently combat inflammation while adding natural sweetness. This simple combination supports your body without overwhelming it, offering real nourishment in a familiar, enjoyable form. By stepping away from processed pastries and moving toward whole, nutrient-rich options, You protect the strength and resilience of your legs, your energy, and your independence. It's a quiet but powerful act of self-care, one that honors where your body is now and where you'd like it to be tomorrow. Let's now take a closer look at something that often finds its way onto the breakfast table without much thought: processed cheese slices. These individually wrapped slices may seem like a convenient way to add creaminess or flavor to a piece of toast, an egg, or even a breakfast sandwich. But behind the convenience lies a food product that is not truly cheese, and one that can have several hidden consequences for seniors, particularly when it comes to maintaining strength, mobility, and overall muscle health. Processed cheese slices are not the same as natural cheese. They are made by blending small amounts of real cheese with emulsifiers, preservatives, artificial colors, and stabilizing agents. While they may melt easily and taste familiar, they lack the nutrient density and natural composition of true dairy. Most importantly, these products are often high in sodium, unhealthy saturated fats, and synthetic additives. For seniors, these ingredients can gradually burden the body in ways that are often overlooked. One of the key concerns is sodium. A single processed cheese slice can contain over 300 milligrams of sodium, and many people consume more than one serving without realizing it. High sodium intake contributes to elevated blood pressure, which places stress on the heart and arteries. Over time, this can reduce blood flow to the legs and feet, areas already vulnerable to poor circulation in older adults. When muscles don't receive enough oxygen and nutrients, they weaken, tire easily, and lose their ability to respond quickly to activity or recover from strain. In addition, the saturated fats in processed cheese may contribute to systemic inflammation. Inflammation is a silent driver behind many age-related conditions, including muscle loss, joint stiffness, and slower healing. Chronic inflammation interferes with how your muscles rebuild themselves after everyday use, making it harder to maintain the strength you need for walking, rising from a chair, or balancing safely. The artificial additives in these products also have a potential to disrupt your digestive health. And when your digestion is compromised, your ability to absorb muscle-supporting nutrients like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin B12 is weakened as well. The good news is there's a better way to enjoy the richness of cheese without sacrificing your health. Instead of processed slices, opt for a small portion of natural cheese such as mozzarella, Swiss, or a mild cheddar. These options contain fewer additives, more bioavailable nutrients, and naturally occurring proteins that support muscle maintenance. If you're sensitive to dairy, plant-based cheeses made from nuts, like almond or cashew cheese, can also be excellent alternatives, especially when minimally processed and free of artificial ingredients. This one simple change, replacing a processed slice with a wholesome alternative, can reduce inflammation, improve nutrient absorption, and support the healthy circulation your muscles rely on. With each mindful choice, you gently protect your strength and mobility. And that, over time, helps you keep doing the things you love, with comfort, confidence, and grace. Let's gently turn our attention to a common breakfast habit that many people enjoy: consuming sugary breakfast cereals. These cereals often come in bright, colorful boxes, promising a quick, tasty start to the day. For seniors, they may seem like a simple and familiar choice. However, despite their appeal, many sugary cereals can quietly undermine your efforts to maintain leg strength and overall health as you age. Most sugary breakfast cereals are made from refined grains that have been stripped of much of their natural fiber, vitamins, and minerals. To compensate for this loss, manufacturers add large amounts of sugar, artificial flavors, and colors. When you eat these cereals, the sugar is rapidly absorbed into your bloodstream, causing a sudden spike in blood sugar levels. This rapid rise triggers an insulin release, which helps shuttle sugar into your cells for energy. Unfortunately, when these spikes happen frequently, especially in seniors, they can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where your cells become less responsive to insulin, impairing your body's ability to use glucose effectively. Insulin resistance is particularly concerning for muscle health because insulin not only regulates blood sugar but also plays a vital role in signaling muscles to grow and repair. When your body becomes resistant to insulin, your muscles don't receive the proper signals to maintain their strength and size, which can accelerate muscle loss. This is especially important for the muscles in your legs, which you rely on for walking, balance, and everyday movement. A decline in leg muscle mass increases the risk of falls and fractures, which are major health concerns for seniors. In addition to sugar, many breakfast cereals contain artificial additives and preservatives. These substances can disrupt your gut microbiome, the community of beneficial bacteria in your digestive tract. A healthy gut is crucial for nutrient absorption, immune function, and reducing inflammation throughout the body. When your gut is out of balance, your ability to absorb muscle-supporting nutrients such as protein, calcium, and magnesium is compromised, further impacting muscle health and energy levels. Moreover, sugary cereals often lack adequate protein, which is essential for muscle repair and growth. Consuming a meal high in sugar but low in protein leaves you feeling hungry soon after and does not provide the sustained energy or building blocks your muscles need to stay strong. A healthier, practical alternative is to choose plain, unsweetened whole grain cereals like steel-cut oats or shredded wheat, which retain their natural fiber and nutrients. You can enhance their flavor naturally by adding fresh fruits such as berries or sliced bananas, a sprinkle of nuts or seeds for healthy fats and protein, and a dash of cinnamon for sweetness without added sugar. Pairing your cereal with a source of protein, like Greek yogurt or a small handful of nuts, will also support muscle maintenance and provide steady energy throughout the morning. By making these mindful changes, you are not just improving your breakfast, you are nurturing your muscles, supporting your metabolism, and promoting overall well-being. Remember, every meal is an opportunity to care for yourself gently and intentionally. Choosing nutrient-rich foods helps you maintain strength and independence, allowing you to move through your days with confidence and comfort. Let's gently explore a food that often appears in many morning routines but may not be as harmless as it seems: instant coffee with added sugar and creamers. For many seniors, a cup of coffee is more than just a beverage. It's a comforting ritual that signals the start of the day. However, the way instant coffee is often prepared, with sweetened creamers or sugar, can have unintended effects on your body, especially on your muscles and overall energy levels. Instant coffee itself, without additives, can be part of a healthy routine. It contains antioxidants and may even improve focus and alertness. But the problem arises when sugar and artificial creamers are added. These creamers often contain hydrogenated oils, artificial flavors, and sugars, while the added sugar quickly raises your blood glucose levels. This combination, when consumed regularly, can impact insulin sensitivity, a critical factor in how your muscles absorb glucose and generate energy. For seniors, insulin sensitivity often declines naturally with age. When compounded by high sugar intake from coffee additives, it can worsen, making it more difficult for your muscles to efficiently use energy. This can lead to fatigue, slower muscle recovery, and eventually muscle loss. Since the leg muscles are large and heavily used, any decline in their function can affect balance, mobility, and independence. Artificial creamers can also introduce unhealthy fats into your diet, which may promote inflammation in your body. Chronic inflammation affects your muscles by slowing down their repair and regeneration processes. It can also exacerbate joint discomfort and stiffness, making movement less comfortable and less appealing. This can create a vicious cycle where reduced activity leads to further muscle weakening. Additionally, the sugars and additives in sweetened instant coffee may disrupt your gut microbiome, the community of beneficial bacteria that help with digestion, nutrient absorption, and immune system regulation. A healthy gut supports muscle health by ensuring your body gets the vitamins and minerals it needs to maintain strength and flexibility. Fortunately, there are simple, healthier alternatives that allow you to enjoy your morning coffee ritual while supporting your body. Consider switching to black coffee or adding a splash of unsweetened plant-based milk, such as almond or oat milk, which provide creaminess without added sugars or unhealthy fats. If you prefer a touch of sweetness, try a small amount of natural sweeteners like raw honey or pure maple syrup used sparingly. These natural options have a gentler effect on blood sugar and contain beneficial compounds that support overall health. By making this small but meaningful change, you can reduce inflammation, stabilize your blood sugar, and better support your muscle function. Your morning coffee can remain a comforting and energizing start to your day, one that nourishes both body and mind. Remember, caring for yourself with gentle, informed choices is a powerful step toward maintaining strength, balance, and independence in your daily life. Let's gently consider a beverage that many seniors might enjoy in the morning: bottled fruit juices, especially those labeled as fruit punch or fruit-flavored drinks. These colorful drinks are often sweet, flavorful, and marketed as refreshing ways to start the day. Yet, despite their appealing taste and packaging, many of these beverages can be harmful to your body, particularly to your muscles and overall metabolic health as you age. Understanding why they are less than ideal can help you make a better choice that supports your strength and vitality. Many bottled fruit juices and fruit-flavored drinks are not made from pure fruit. Instead, they contain high amounts of added sugars, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives. Even products that claim to be natural or 100% juice are often pasteurized and stripped of the natural fiber and nutrients found in whole fruits. Without the fiber, the sugar in these drinks enters your bloodstream very quickly, causing rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar levels. For seniors, this is especially problematic because fluctuations in blood glucose can affect energy levels, mood, and muscle function. These rapid sugar spikes trigger your pancreas to release insulin, which helps move sugar from the blood into your cells for energy. However, when this happens too often, your cells may become less responsive to insulin, a condition called insulin resistance. Insulin resistance impairs your muscles' ability to absorb glucose efficiently, leading to reduced energy and diminished muscle repair and growth. This can accelerate muscle loss, particularly in the legs, which are essential for walking, balance, and maintaining independence. Moreover, the high sugar content in these drinks contributes to chronic low-grade inflammation in the body. Inflammation can slow down muscle recovery and worsen joint pain and stiffness, common concerns for many older adults. Artificial preservatives and flavorings found in bottled juices may also disrupt your gut health, impairing digestion and nutrient absorption. A healthy gut is vital for extracting the vitamins and minerals that your muscles rely on for strength and function. A much healthier and practical alternative is to enjoy whole fruits instead of bottled juices. Eating an orange, a handful of berries, or an apple gives you natural fiber, antioxidants, and a slower, more balanced release of sugars into your bloodstream. If you prefer a beverage, try making your own fresh fruit-infused water by adding slices of lemon, cucumber, or fresh berries to water. This provides flavor and hydration without the added sugars or artificial ingredients. Choosing whole fruits or infused water supports steadier energy levels, better muscle nourishment, and improved digestive health. It is a simple yet powerful way to protect your leg muscles and overall well-being. Remember, the small changes you make each morning add up, helping you maintain strength, balance, and the independence you cherish every day.